Okay, everybody, I am still getting everything set up. As you can see, well, I'm just loading into the game. Um, I'm running just a little behind. Took a little bit longer shower than I initially planned, but we're here now. Just a couple minutes behind and ready to jump back into some more Pathfinder War of the Righteous. Once again, it's H-Town D-Man Games. We're going to jump on in, kind of where we left off, or precisely where we left off, because I haven't done anything with the game since. I did plan on trying to read some of the stuff, the books and whatnot, and try to give a synopsis, but I didn't get to that. So today is a semi-busy day. Excuse me. Okay, and with that, let's jump on in and see what else we can do and figure out here. So we still got the rest of this part of the map to figure out. We still got the Temple of Desna to go into. And I think that'll be it, huh? So let's see. What is here? What is that? Okay. The Demon Invasion, Day 18, month Orodes. That is the 8th month, year 4715. The Demon Invasion had transformed all of Canaveras into one great battlefield. But nowhere in the city suffered as much as this square. This place saw a clash of titans, the Demon Lord Descarte leading his hordes from the abyss, and the dragon Terendalav, the mightiest of the city defenders and one of the first to fall. The scene of destruction leaves no doubt as to battle's outcome. A skilled scout could recreate the course of the battle moment by moment simply by looking at the ruins. From the chimneys torn down by powerful wings of a sharp dive to the bloody tracks left behind when the demons dragged away the noble reptile's broken body. They took Terendala? But it is no hypothetical scout gazing upon the ruins. It is Yurnlard, and he is not alone. The shadow of a strange, barely perceptible presence lingers over this place, like a gaze untethered from any observer. This mysterious force unknown to mortal kind silently assesses, judges, and seeks a better way. In an instant, Yurnlard is vested with this power and looks at the world with his eyes. The past, present, and future stand before him as a unified whole, an unmoving, multifaceted crystal that would be beautiful were it not for the fractures, blemishes, and flecks marring its splendor. Okay, what past does he see? In the past exists the one who wielded this gaze in life, although the one and life are inappropriate terms for aeons, the supernatural embodiments of cosmic balance. Rather than who or what, a better word for these entities is how. This aeon appeared from outside their world, from the great beyond, to put an end to the intermingling of the planes and destroy the world wound. The chasm disrupting the order of the multiverse. Alas, the visitor from beyond proved too weak for the battle they came to fight. They even failed to finish casting the spell that would have sent Descarte back to the abyss. With one swing of his scythe, the Demon Lord cut the Aeon down. Okay. What present does he see? Ruins, blood corpses. Oh, that's cool. Cool. Ruins, blood, corpses. None of these perturbs the Aeon's dispassionate gaze. The living or alive, The dead will be judged by Pharesma. All is as it should be, but the demons circling in the sky or prowling through the streets create a jarring juxtaposition, like splashes of blood red ink on a restrained pencil stretch. They should not be here. The world of mortals is for mortals. The demons' place is in the demon world. How sublime the world would be if everything in it knew its place. But even the demons aren't as abhorrent as the sharp-edged, unassuming crystal languishing in the dirt among the bricks and smashed cobblestone. No mortal would notice it, but to the Aeon's eyes, its mere existence is an outrage against universal law. Okay. Against universal laws. If the Aeon still existed, they would not stop until the crystal was unmade. But the Aeon is gone, and only their gaze remains. Yolan picks the crystal up out of the dirt and stows it in his pocket. He is mortal, which means he has the power to decide what to do with it. Items received: a purple stone knife. Okay, what future does he see? Good and evil, chaos and order. Everything is in its lawful place in the multiverse and is no longer trespassing where it does not belong. Nothing is disturbing the smooth and steady current of the river of souls, from life into death and back to life again. Reality, rid of its flaws, is now perfect, and the aeons withdraw to entirely admire its beauty, which will never be threatened again. Continue. After allowing the hero to view the world through their eyes, the little that remained of the destroyed Aeon is killed. Is killed even appropriate here for an entity that is so removed from life and death as we understand them? Okay. The little that remained of the destroyed Aeon used up its last vestiges of energy. Now they are ready to disperse into nothingness unless someone decides to preserve the Aeon within themselves. Will the hero take on this power so that he may again look at the world through another's eyes, or will he allow it to vanish? Let's take the Aeon mythic path power. The spirit of the Aeon dwells out of sight, deep in Yolan's soul, like a pair of magical spectacles, stowed away until the moment when the hero once again needs to look at the world through another's eyes. Okay. Interesting. Okay, we already... What was that? Spider.
I won't let you hurt my friends. Surrender or else.
You won't survive me.
Nice job, guys. Okay, we got Club, Scale Mail, Haze of Dreams, Masterwork Clave Dagger, Half Plate +1, Leather Armor, Light Mace, another Dart, Scroll of Inflict Serious Wounds, nice. Scroll of Shield of Faith, Scroll of Inflict Light Wounds, Javelin, Light Mace, and Leather Armor. Let's get everything up. Oh, great. We'll figure that out. It's hard to believe that this place recently held a bustling and festive marketplace. Okay. Okay, bottle oil, coal, and gold coins, okay. Rift in the earth led by the Ceres massive scythe. You and your companions fell through. Yeah, okay, we already knew that.
Might be trap,
Okay.
might be treasure.
Skying shell, incense, and apprentice lockpick, okay. Judging by the size of the blood-stained body of something truly enormous was dragged over these stones. Surrender left, most likely. Okay. Count Arendian servant. Thank the gods I found someone who isn't fleeing in a panic. Are you crusaders, mercenaries? The calmly half-elf is so frightened. He can barely get the words out. I am a servant of Count Durin called Nevis Erinde. Okay. My lord's mansion is under attack by demons. The master himself and all his guests are trapped inside, and the house guards are nowhere to be found. I managed to escape through a servant's passage to look for help. Will you help me? The mansion is only a stone's throw away on the next street over. He meets your gaze with pleading eyes. Is this a trap? Count Arende. I have seen him a few times before from afar. He looked highly audacious. I confess that he did capture my attention, but that's neither here nor there. We should help him. The gratitude of a rich and influential man can only benefit us. Succeed at the knowledge well check. You have heard about the Arende family before. This wealthy and noble Mendevian dynasty was almost wiped out by demons more than 10 years ago. The last surviving member of the family, the young Count Darian, has an infamous reputation. He is well known for being a rake and a rogue. Okay. Misfortune continues to dog the house of Arendelle, I see. Servant cringes, you're telling me. Everyone tried to talk me out of taking up the position, saying that it can't have just been bad luck that brought tragedy down on the family and almost killed off the line. But I reasoned that since my master was the only one to survive that calamity, that meant he must be blessed by fate and the powers of good. The pay was nothing to sniff at either. The servant cast his eyes around the street. I should have listened to people smarter than me and gone to work somewhere else, preferably far away from Canaveras. Well, that's hindsight. Tell me more about what happened. I'll tell you what I can. I was working from dusk till dawn and back to dusk again, serving guests at the Count's banquet. When the other servants came to relieve me at my post, I went to sleep. Next thing I knew, I wake up and there were demons inside the mansion. I couldn't even reach the Count. The monsters had blocked the way. The Count's banquet was still going on. He and his guests were in the great hall, and as far as I could tell, the door to the room was sealed and the demons couldn't get in. I'm begging you, hurry. The mansion doors are studly built. The demons will have to work hard to get past them, so you still have time to rescue the people inside. Okay, let's ask, what will I get if I help this Count of yours? The men in war for fighting demons? That is dishonorable. Okay, that makes sense with Taylor. And foolish too, since demons are the enemy of each and every one of us. Today, we selfishly help someone to trash the demons, and tomorrow, someone else will help us. If we're talking about a humble working man or a soldier, I'd be the first to say that we ought to help, because it's the right thing to do. But some filthy rich aristocrat with the mansion, if he wants our service, he can pay for them. I'm trying to imagine how the cave tribes could have survived if we'd had a small group of freeloaders sitting pretty on their inherited wealth, doing nothing while the rest of us starved. I'm sure the Count will reward you handsomely for any rescue. Alright, I'll help. Where's your master's house? It's not far at all. You're better off entering from the next street over, though the passage I used to get out. Help, I'm begging you. I hate to think that the Count will do to me if I don't bring back help. Okay, so his house has been revealed, but I don't want to go there until we have cleared out this map. Okay, that's going back up to the castle up there, so. Oh, what the? That's interesting. What is this? Midnight bolt. I don't know if this bolt can shoot it. Deal 50 points of damage that can't be ignored or reduced. And the bolt cannot miss. Okay. Dueling sword, light mace, and 6. I just got a question. If it cannot miss, what was it in the sign? So obviously it missed something and hit the sign. Because I don't imagine when you're planning to destroy a whole town that you just shoot at a sign. Okay, this is mix of spices, onions, and edible moss. Okay. Nothing else that way.
I'm gone.
What the? Rat swarm, okay. I don't like swarms.
Too late for apologies.
Yet another obstacle.
Okay, this is the next one.
I'll cut you wide open.
Come on, guys. Nauseated. But not anymore. Okay, good. These people are not killed by demons. Their mortal wounds were inflicted by ordinary weapons. We go ahead and cross another one of those. Okay.
We do it my way.
Anything back this way? No? Okay.
Is that a trap? It might be a trap.
It's jade and emerald. Okay. Okay. What are these guys doing? Let's talk to them and see what's happening. Ramian, my beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree this is hardly the time to be standing guard over a hole that no one will ever emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned that someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and will accidentally fall into it? Such foresight is laudable. But do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use? For instance, fighting demons or clearing rubble, while the people trapped beneath it might still be alive? The face of this golden curled Asimar is beautiful even by the standards of his kind, in whose veins runs the blood of angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful, but bitter reproach simmers in his gaze. Okay, let's see. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic. The signs of recent hard fighting are obvious in his stern old man. His armor is dented and covered in blood, and his unnatural pallor suggests something more dangerous than words inflicted by claws and fangs. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony, and his voice, accustomed to barking orders, is harsh and clipped. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect this city, especially now when followers of your temple were caught committing treason? To my mind, you are no different than the demon worshippers. Those miscreants, those beasts that are digging under the city walls. Everyone knows, my dear prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city, and yet again I am forced to repeat myself while we are wasting time on pointless quarrels. People are dying under the rubble in our city, people whom we could have saved if you had only set your soldiers to the task and not kept them here surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground. Harmless? Well, if it's on your say so, then that must mean there is someone down there. Your associates, no doubt. And they're just waiting for us to abandon our post before they slink out and try again. Try again to the old man notices your approach. And you, I remember you. You appeared in my city the day of the demon's attack and Turandalith died. What are you doing here? Answer at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think that the demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sort. And what is this hideous creature? Horan pulls at Lan with suspicion. Lan at your service. The Mongol ducks his head in a bow. My forebears fought in the First Crusade. I lived in Cannabis my whole life. You haven't ever seen me before? It must be because you don't ever venture into our underground district. We have been meaning to complain to the city authorities that our paving stones have been in need of repair for a long time. Hold on. The First Crusade? So you're a mongrel. You obviously know human speech, surprisingly well in fact. Alright, let's be off with you. The prelate looks at you. If he causes any trouble, I should hold you responsible. Come to think of it, you still haven't told me who you are. I'm a crusader. I'm fighting to liberate Cannabis from the demons. Crusader, you say? I'll be looking into that. You obviously don't know to whom you are speaking. I'm the one who decides who's a crusader and who's a traitor in this city. Horan Sharpak. Cannabis' famed prelate, Horan Sharpak, first gained the trust and admiration of the city's people by organizing inquisitions against suspected demon worshippers and witches. Horan and his forces of elite witch hunters exposed dozens of cultists and spies, and it is said executed many more under suspicion, but with no real proof. Oh, great. These events started the Third Crusade, widely accepted as the least effective and most self-destructive of the four crusades. Still, Horan evoked respect and admiration in the populace as well as fear and agreed to guide the city in its as its prelate. Horan Sharpak, prelate of Cannabis, by the grace of Her Majesty Queen Godfrey and the city's defender against threat from within and without. And as we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting the city. The golden curled Asimov flashes a flinty smile. I'm Ramian of Adame, prior of the Temple of Desna, which, alas, currently lies in ruins. Wise Horan here believes it is vital to guard this hole in the ground from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I have been trying to convince him that the city has far more urgent matters to deal with. For instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. You know what? What is about that? There may in fact be one matter that is more important than guarding this hole. I put it off, and look where it's led us. I should have had you hung from the gates back when you dared to defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. If the Sakorians had hanged Irilo Volish while they had the chance, they never would have even been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, cease this scum. Prelates, see reason. These are frightening times, but threatening to hang someone without trial, that is unworthy of a servant of Iomade. Doman fixed his eyes on Sailor. Least you forget, girl, we may serve the same goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Iomade, and I won't question yours. What precisely are you accusing Raymond of, Inquisitor? Treason. Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the wardstone and perform an unknown ritual over it. Holiness trembling with fear. The wardstone of Canabras, the gift from Iomade, the bringer of light, wrought by the hands of her herald, the first in the chain, and followers of that crazy runt of a goddess tried to meddle with it using their magic after hearing a voice in their dreams. My soldiers almost had them caught when Ramian got in the way, allowing the traitors to go to ground. I made a mistake. I didn't have him locked in a cell and interrogated to within an inch of his life, and now the city lies in ruins. It's time to rectify that mistake. You're lashing out. Because his failure in protecting the city, or the failure in protecting the city, he's lashing out. I've told you before, and I'll tell you again, my people foresaw the attack on the city. They knew the Warstone already carried the seed of corruption within itself, and they are simply trying to heal it. I've heard similar claims before. Now, where was it? Ah, yes, from Stroughton Bond, the traitor who brought down Dresden. The lessons of the past have taught us a great deal, and that is why I never believed you or your mob lies even for a second, and I was right. I don't want to condemn the guy, nor do I want to go chaotic and make him basically an enemy. I want to use the angel path, see if we can get somewhere in the middle ground. Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of an angel who died in the caves below Canabras. I am no enemy of yours. The old man frowns and whispers something, a prayer or a spell. With each word, his face relaxes. You are telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an open mind with regard to you, stranger, and later, under less victorious circumstances, I would like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. Oh, we still have to go. Go chaotic, I guess. Don't lay a finger on him or you'll have to answer to me. Asma holds up his hands in a placating gesture. Stop. You are the defenders of what remains of Canabras. Can't you think of anything better to do than be at each other's throats in the ruins of the city? Marion looks at the prelate. You're a fool, Horan. You're a zealot and a murderer, but you're a fool first and foremost. I told you that the wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is that my young adepts were trying to save the wardstone, and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for this tragedy are the demons, but you have done nothing to prevent it. And now you would still rather kill an innocent person and perish yourself than admit that you were wrong. As always, with the wave of his hand, the Asimar vanishes. He fled, the heretic. He's no doubt expecting me to rush off in pursuit, but that won't work on me. He turns his attention to you. What about you? If you truly have been marked out for a gift from heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Go and bring back the filthy traitor. I am almost certain that he and his cronies were helping the demons, either knowingly or unknowingly. The attempt to bewitch the wardstone is clear proof. Ramian must be captured. I'm getting a feeling that, yeah, he's just a fanatic heretic. He's trying to paint the picture to where, yeah, Yeah, why are you obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look? Why? Why? You must not be from these parts, or you wouldn't have asked such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because our enemies, our enemies are everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons. Demons and cultists. They are masters of deception. They worm their way into your favor and masquerade in all manner of false guises. Do you think Dresden was taken by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, Cannabis would have gone the same way long ago, captured out from under our noses. Now listen to what I'm about to tell you. This was a long time ago. I was very young then, and I had just joined the crusade. Back then, Cannabis didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted could just stroll into the city. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came up to the city gates, bold as brass. The guards let them in, and why not? For no one was ever turned away. There was no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city. If you came from Mendev, or if you've hauled yourself here from across the seas, the crusade accepted all and sundry. But on this occasion, we paid dearly for our laxity. Just as soon as those innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and rushed toward the Wardstone, slaughtered everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated, mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared to go near it. The light of the goddess burnt them all. So they threw the blood from afar, splattering the Wardstone from every direction. And the lead demon, an eyeless beast, Menago, is her name, jarred and gloated, saying, "We mortals had been sitting ducks, and the creature was right too. We let our guard down, and we got what we deserved." That bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into the townsfolk's memories. Since then, Cannabis has adapted different practices, heretics, cultists, spies, all the rabble who coveted Ariello's glory. We drove them all out of the city. We haven't had any trouble here since. Many have come here, even the Balar Koramazda, one of Deskari's most powerful generals, but his personal might is not the only reason why he possessed such a threat in combat. We call him the World Wound Strategist, for he is the shrewdest general among demonkind. Not too long ago, he oversaw one of the most successful assaults on Cannabis and nearly destroyed the Wardstone, achievement that only Lord Deskari himself was able to claim in the end. And they have all been sent straight back to where they came from. Us, they were killed for their trouble. You see, Deskari himself had to crawl out of the abyss and come here. The goddess cursed him in order to break through our defenses, and what did he do? He left again, and was still fighting. Now, that is what vigilance and discipline can do. Did Raymond really warn you about the attack? Those crazed Desnaans were always busting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in their dreams. I won't lie, sometimes what they said did come to pass. But can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cold hard facts of intelligence reports? Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them and whispered a treasonous plan in their dreams, and those lunatics would have been only too happy to listen. That's not answering the question. This time, Mr. Curls for Brains came to me and declared that demons were about to attack the city, and that the Wardstone's power was diminished by some kind of contamination or taint. Yomade forgive me for even repeating the words. After uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up along with his followers and interrogated, but instead I simply increased the surveillance on them. And what next? My people caught them red-handed trying to attack the Wardstone with unknown magic, and not 3 days later, the demons attacked the city. There's an obvious connection between these events. Yeah, your failure to listen to them. Whether deliberately or under demonic influence, the Desnaans played right into the hands of Deskari's hordes. No, you did. And they almost left the city completely defenseless. Ramian covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape my guards. After that, what else can he be but a traitor and a heretic? I see you suffered greatly in battle. Nonsense. I had to deal with a brood of Nabasus. It was nothing. I've taken on worse enemies with the goddess's help. See that knowledge, which is also known as death demons, having the ability to drain their victim's life force. Judged by Holland's Paula, he has lost a significant amount of his energy. The Inquisitor can bluster as much as he wants, but right now, he's far from the peak of his abilities. Okay. Where can I find Raymond? How should I know? The weasel can't have gone far. He turned invisible. He's probably hunkered down in some hole, like the traitorous little rat he is, and he'll be sitting trembling and waiting until he's dragged out of there. With the prelate after you, that seems the only sensible thing to do. It's what I do. I'm sure lots of things sound sensible to you. And it works too. As you can see, I'm still alive. There's nothing dangerous in this hole. You have no reason to guard it. You told me yourself that you received a light-bringing gift from an angel who perished in the caves below our feet. It is no secret that those passages are teeming with dangerous creatures that could kill anyone, even a warrior of heaven. Demons and demonic offspring love roaming about the underground. That's why I will be keeping an eye on this hole. If the beasts decide to attack from here, we'll be ready for them. Okay, I have to go. Go on then, if you have to. It would be good if you could return with the head of that scum. Amber peers intently at Holland. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in the city, you met us. What is this gibberish? As if I have nothing better to do than to arrange meetings with vagrants? But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting the bonfire. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames. But then he died too. Don't you remember? If you were burned, then it was with good reason. I'm not liking this dude. You say some traitor helped you escape from the fire? That is a crime in itself, which means that you have been evading justice all these years. But one for the invasion, I will review your case and see that your sentence was finally fulfilled. You're lucky that we have more important matters to deal with right now. He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkled and gray. He was young with a big mustache. Amber smiles broadly and draws a large, bushy mustache in the air with her finger. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago. But I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He just really wanted to protect his city. Only he got all mixed up about who was good and who was evil. Horan, you sent an innocent child to be burned at the stake. Don't you want to ask for forgiveness? Pruh, hardly. Anyone can look innocent. How did this girl manage to survive the fire? And what about that crow that's always flying around her? I advise you to take a closer look at this innocent little lamb of yours. If you ask me, she looks highly suspicious indeed. Victim, I have to say she's a victim of circumstances, and she survived the fire just like you survived your fights. You forgive him after what he did to you? He thought he was doing what was right. How do you know? Maybe you done something thinking it was a good thing, but you were really doing a bad thing that hurt someone. But what if I've done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when you might be no better than them. Alright, let's go, Ember. Yes, let's go. Bye-bye, kind knight. She waves at Holram with a carefree smile, and Holram grimaces and turns away. Hey, dude, so you are... I'm not trying to fight you right now. I want you to see how messed up you are in all your actions, but I don't know if this game will allow us to highlight that to you. This is the way that we started to come earlier, but we turned and went the other way. Headed up, okay. So okay, how do we get over there? Excuse me. Okay, let's go on up this way. See what's up here.
Follow if you dare.
Do this.
Okay.
Endure this!
Do not whimper!
Wait, we don't have blind anymore? How did we get rid of blind?
Did you see that?
What's this? Despite all the city's troubles, the statue of Iyamade towers proudly over the street. Okay.
I'm off.
You hear voices and stuff, so. Okay, that's how we're supposed to get down there. Okay, let's go this way. Watch it, watch it. What are you goons doing? You'll bloody crush me. A young tiefling is trapped in the collapse section of the tunnel. Another two tieflings scramble around, trying in vain to free him from the rubble. Hold on. I need the fan on because it is feeling a little warm in here, but I think it is interfering with the mic, so let me bring it down a little bit so that the wind will not be hitting the mic. Hopefully. Okay. Quit whining. Hey, alarm, someone's coming. Maybe he will help us. Wise up, old fool, before you get us killed. Let's make a run for it while we still can. No, come on, don't leave me. I'll die here. Hey guys, I see you're in a bit of a jam. Says Wolja. The crony thief. Get a load of this lot and no escort neither. Wolja, you little shit. You're not dead yet. And who's that with you? They're friends of mine. Great guys. Woodruff turns to you and out of the corner of his mouth says, listen to me. Listen, do me a solid. Help them drag his sorry carcass free. They will repay you. Cross my heart. Who are you? Who? Us? We're nobody. Just simple citizens. We used to live here, but now, yeah, we just lived our lives. Didn't do nobody any harm, and then kaboom, the place falls about our ears. The tieflings are antsy. They're hiding something. Yeah, don't lie to me. Tell me who you are and what you're doing here. All right, don't hurt us. People call us the tieflings. We kind of skirt around the edges of the law. That's how we make our livings. Say some tyrant books that show stuff he don't like, or fancy Keonan wine he don't drink. It is wrong if we step in to fill the gap in the market. If there's a demand for it, someone's got to sell it. Don't go thinking we're gangsters or anything. Our only concern is making the lives of citizens easier for a little coin. People in the city can't even breathe without breaking some stupid regulation or restriction. Take this tunnel that collapsed on top of our friend, for instance. It leads straight to the Great Garrison. Thanks to it, any soldier whose throat feeling a little dry or who's needing some nighttime reading material, we can get all the things for him that his heartless superiors refuse to. We're providing a perfect public service. Enough talking. Get these rocks off of me. You sent me down here for a goddamn crate of cognac, you idiots. Now get me out. Okay, we'll help. I'll help you pull them out from under the rubble.
Can we rest now?
Clearly, the rubble proves a bigger challenge than expected. By the time you finally free the trapped tiefling, you are ready to collapse with fatigue. Oh, come on. Woo! I'm alive and all in one piece, give or take. Thank you. I'll remember your kindness for the rest of my life. The freed tiefling turns to his companions. And you two clowns, I don't want to hear a word out of you. Get into the tunnel now. One trip just to the Great Garrison and back. Don't be a coward. It's not going to collapse. Go or else we come all the way for nothing. That ended well, didn't it? I helped you, now you can help me and Commander Tirabe to save Canabras. The military needs people with various skills, even ones as unusual as yours. You what? Are you blind or something? The thief points at his horns and his tail. Know what people call us? Ariel's Spawn. And that's one of the nicer nicknames. Crusader and Tieflings don't mix. We'll be torched on sight. Whoa. Tirabe? Erebeth Tirabe from the Eagle Watch? Lads, we have to help her. She's one of the only big shots in this town that actually treat us with any decency. Why should we risk our necks for the Crusaders? Because Erebeth risked her neck for ours. She saved me from that creep hole run, yanked me straight out of his torture chamber. Only a worthless Torag would refuse to help her out after that. Nah, nuh-uh. I'm not listening to any more of this. The tiefling makes a show of covering his ears. Who do you do what you want. I'm heading for the River Kingdoms. That's where Kingmaker is set. Go on then. I'm going with the Crusaders, and I'm going to round up the others to help. The tiefling smirks. We've made some good money in the city. It'd be a shame to surrender our meal ticket to the demons. But enough yammering. So long. Okay. Let's take a look at our journal real quick. So we have to go back to the Defender's Heart for that. I take it that's the Defender's Heart to talk to him in private. Okay. Blackwing Library. see. What was our main quest? Wasn't our main quest to go into this? Okay, yeah, we're not ready for going into the Great Garrison just yet. I don't think. So,
I do what I must.
let's scout out this area, and then we'll come back up to Desna Temple.
This is my kind of work.
Eagle Watch will not abandon its post no matter what happens. Okay. Sling South. Grinding stone, gold coins. Okay. Grinding stone, old smoking pipe, port, and gold coins. Okay.
This will be quick.
Let's go
Cover
after this
me, all
card
right?
first.
Stab your resist. Why not both?
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Don't hold back.
Sure.
Distract them for me.
Okay. Look, light wounds, darts, light mace, light armor. Scroll effect, scroll of inflict, serious wounds, scroll of color, spray, and then we're getting a bunch of basic weapons. Okay. Okay, diamond dust, pipe, urn, cider, and gold coins. Okay. Horseshoe, fork tongue, and gold coins. Alright. Alright, we got level 5 Cambion fighter and assurer. Alright, let's see. Using to fully healed. Alright. Did we get another recipe? No, okay.
The spirits
go for
demand
this
your
dude.
blood.
They will break against our resolve. Take you!
A mere flesh wound.
What the? Oh. Got rid of that dude. Can you fill me up some?
Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Okay. Good, you got him back up. Good. What are you doing, Sailor?
Into the fray!
Like, why did he come all the way down here? Club with nails. Okay. What do these other guys have? Masterwork bat. Bondage. Scroll of hypnotism. Inflict moderate wounds. Okay. What's back here? Daggers. Masterwork daggers. Okay.
I'm gone.
Of these wounds. The bodies of a variety of wounds. Yeah, get rid of that. One is covered with burns, others have weapons or claw marks. It is safe to assume that they were decapitated post-mortem. Okay. There's a thing up there too. Okay, so let's see what's back here.
We do it my way.
Okay. Okay, so there's nothing else supposed to see over here, it looks like. Okay, handful of gems, go points. Oh, there's a Mongol. There's Mongols up here. Nice. The young Mongols looking around in every direction but up. Maybe we should go back. This place isn't for us. It's too open. The enemy could come from anywhere. And the air is weird. Why does it keep moving so fast? Wind. Another Mongol stares straight ahead, gripping his blade in a trembling fist. No, not one step back. This is our test. Don't look at anything but the target. Land. So you made it. Good to see you all. How's old soul doing? Sitting, waiting, and thinking? Well, don't worry. He'll make his mind up soon. You won't be hanging around underground for much longer. Wait, what are you doing here? The young man turns to you. He has one healthy eye and a lumpy growth where the second should be. It's you. It's thanks to you that we've made it to the surface to fight the demons. The shield maze fell, but Soul slowed everything down. He's an old man. He's afraid of everything. But we can't sit in the dark like root vegetables while big things are happening up above. We tried to follow you through the shield maze. We emerged into some kind of fortress, but there were too many demons there. Then we dug out another passage into the city. Took days, but we did it. We're ready to fight. Yeah, let's do this. Right now, we need everyone who can hold a weapon. I have a plan, though. Go back below ground and wait at the shield maze exit. We'll get the beasts at both ends. So when they come to attack at the end, we'll have the Mongols attack from their rear, which is a good plan. Go back, well, if you're sure, of course we'll go. I mean, an ambush? Good idea. Yes, I understand. We'll attack from below as soon as we hear the fighting start. The young ones are holding up well. The young ones are holding up well, but will they be able to fight out in the open? Even I struggle with that. I hope we did the right thing. We are the Crusaders of the Underground. We will fight like our forebears did. Okay. We got Tieflings and Mongrels helping out for the future fight. Can we get up here? See what's up here? Oh, you already see there's some trouble. Wait, let's go this way first.
Follow
Can't
if
go
you
through
dare.
that. Okay. Another house. These houses are kicking our tail though lately. Let's do this fight out here. Then we go inside.
Strike!
Did we find
Abracadoo.
trouble? No, they did.
And Vermilic. What the? Already? Jesus. I need you to heal.
You should have run!
The inheritor, guide my blade.
What the hell? Kill him up.
Fighting.
Mere flesh wound.
Yeah, damn. What are they casting? Inflict light wounds mask. God. Okay.
No glory without
This will hurt!
That hurt. And just a couple of long swords for the trouble. Okay. We don't have a lot of other healing stuff, so we might just see if we can make it back to Defender's Heart.
This war must end.
Let's see what can we do.
We will win this war.
Okay, that's
Trust in yourself.
much force.
Yes, don't mind me.
So you don't have any healing stuff.
Meditate on your
Open
mistakes.
your heart to me.
Might make you feel better.
Malgritium Turinos.
Soot is restless. I wonder why.
Yes.
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 It's a little something.
on your mind? I wonder.
Rely on me.
Now 14 of these left. And we need to get more of those when we get back into town. I'm just hoping that we can get through this house encounter. Oh, we still got the church too. We got the house encounter, we got the church. And do I not have any more? Healing scrolls? Okay. Well, you know what? I need to start putting some of these to use. Get a quick save in. Actually, let's make that a hard save. Because I don't know what we're stepping into. We're running blindly into this place with no real way to continue to heal ourselves. Flower, flame torque. Okay.
Did we step on their toes as well?
Don't hold
Right,
back!
okay. What the? Okay, everybody go up.
Take you.
Not you. You gotta keep killing people up. What are you doing?
You are today's sacrifice!
I still got it!
This is how it feels.
What is going on? Why are they not moving? Yeah, so, yeah, I seen them do the fireball, which really hurt us, but why is my guys not moving? Come on, there we go. Jesus. What is that? Abrupt force. Once per round, whenever this +1 cold iron scimitar lands a hit on the enemy, the target must pass Fortitude saving throw, DC 13, or become stunned for 1 round. Okay. So how did they get all of them stunned? Oh, they're not stunned. What?
Now what is that?
Okay.
Pretty good, aren't I?
What's this? Crusader bring Brenhagar's letter home. Shin, beloved brother of mine, for the first time in recent weeks I found a few spare minutes to write a message for you, friends and family. Your restless brother, Berenegar, is not dead and gone. Quite the opposite. I'm alive and glad for this chance I've gotten. By joining the Crusader ranks, I've truly found my place for the very first time. Can you imagine? I can already hear your disapproving retort. Bernigar, that scoundrel, he now thinks himself a hero. But believe it or not, these days my intentions are further from any esteemed titles or glory than ever before. I joined the Crusaders out of boredom, out of horrible melancholy that clouded my mind and filled it with dark thoughts. But for some reason, a slacker and a drunk such as I, who has done nothing worthwhile in his whole life, happened to gain the favor of the resplendent Iomade. On the 15th day of battle, surrounded by her loyal devotees, stained up to my elbows in demon blood, I gave in to my comrade's influence and offered a prayer to the inheritor. And my prayers were answered. From that day onward, I am not just a crusader, I am a paladin of Iomade, able to smite abyssal monsters with the power knit to me by the divine. Will you even recognize me, Shin? Should I return home? I've changed. I can feel it myself. Iomade gave my life purpose, offered me a weapon to slay the demons, the enemies of Golarion. By the inheritor's name, I won't betray her trust. Please send my heartfelt regards to our poor mother and show her this letter. Visit Father's grave for me and never forget about me. They're sounding the horns again. Demons spotted. Be well, Shin. May Iomede's blessings be with you, your brother, Berenegar. Nice. And Signet of House Respiritario. Once per day, the owner of this token can choose any skill and rub his token to get a 5 circumstance bonus on the chosen skill check for 1 hour. Okay. That's like a skill buff. Okay, I got it. Lockpicks, gold coin, silver chain. Piece of a holy symbol. Okay. That's it. That's all there is to this house. I mean, it's still kind of whooped our tail pretty good. Oh, we got low religion over here.
I did it. It
If
happened
I was no accident, it
sometimes.
looks like the work of Bremark. Oh, we found that after we got our tails whooped by him. Okay. So we've done most of this map. We got to go back to town. We got to get some more healing stuff. And then we'll have to come back and do the temple. But yeah, right now we are. And look, everybody's fatigued. We're barely holding on. Inventory's too great. Great. Okay. We got like 500 pounds we need to shed. Okay, so this is be 300. Another 20 pounds someplace. There's a hang cultist. Oh, that's the one that we're supposed to go. Scouts. Okay. We gotta go there to get old boy. Let's go back to the Defender's Heart. Someone on the road, get ready. Oh man. Only got one hit point.
I would like some time to collect myself.
We all would. Trust me, we all would. Take off. Okay.
We'll make things right.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Doubt is the heart's greatest
watch you
challenge.
A little something at least. We'll hold on to some chargers.
Wearing a robe? Check. Baphomet symbol around the neck? Check. Crazy eyes? Check. Note to self. Bring a mirror next time to be able to adjust the optimal level of eye craziness. Everything is ready for the experiment.
Woman produces a crumpled piece of paper from a sleeve and takes notes. Okay.
An audience. Problematic, but not critical. You there, boy. Stay out of this. It is counterproductive to stand in the way of scientific progress.
Testing. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Who's that? I don't know her.
Greetings, boys and girls. I am your sister in sin, a devotee of Lord Baphomet's dark will, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
She looks like one of us, but she talks kinda weird. Who's there with you?
Who? Oh, them. Just an audience. They don't matter. Consider them a supplementary component of the coming experiment.
Yeah, let's just remain silent. Let's see how this plays out.
In the name of our Lord Lord Baphomet, please be so kind as to undertake a little test of your competency in our wicked cause.
Okay.
Let's start with something simple. So here's my first question. What is Lord Baphomet's favorite weapon?
Okay.
We will not answer to you.
Our lord can wield any kind of weapon. He is all-powerful.
Wrong. He wields no weapons at all. He doesn't need any. He just gores his enemies with his horns.
Actually, it's Erizingal, a glaive made of red adamantine.
That is correct. But still, boy, no prompting, please.
Okay.
This experiment has taken quite a surprising turn. I would never have expected the followers of the great Baphomet to be baffled by such a simple question. Fine. Let's recalibrate the difficulty and proceed with the next question. Please name Lord Baphomet's sacred animal.
A bull! Of course, everybody knows that.
Yep. And a cow.
Baphomet's sacred animals, Baphomet.
None of your answers were correct. The correct answer is an aurochs.
Okay. Don't know
It
what those are.
appears the experiment has yielded results which are as unexpected as they are incredible. Baphomet's cultists have not the slightest idea about who Baphomet really is, let alone any in-depth knowledge of his ideology or philosophy. I'm positive that this news will cause a sensation in widest scientific circles.
Damn it! She's right. I'm a shitty excuse for a cultist. And my mother used to tell me to become a plowman.
Hey, take it easy. We've only had 2 questions. You there, come on, ask another one. We'll get the next one.
Yeah, ask them some more. They might still manage
Is
it.
there any sense in continuing? You cannot answer the simplest of questions. I am ashamed of all of you, as cultists and as individuals.
Please, ask again. I can answer. I'm sure I can.
Oh my goodness.
How do you spell Baphomet's name?
B-A-F-A... Oh, screw it. To hell with Baphomet. I thought it was gonna be fun, but instead there are all these questions. I'm done here. I'm going back to my home village, back to my mother.
Hey, wait! You there! How dare you stir up discord in our ranks? Grab her and tie her up! And her entire entourage, too!
The experiment is complete. Unable to deal with the questions, the cultists decide to deal with the examiner instead. A typical reaction for a person who has never been burdened with any intelligence. Now you're gonna start hitting each other, aren't you? Please, proceed. I won't interrupt.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Okay. Let's.
I'll hit you! You won't stop us. Go for their hearts!
Strike!
What are you doing? You're supposed to be using. Why are you going up? The absence of an answer is an answer too. Who the hell are you?
The result is statistically predictable, especially considering their intelligence level.
Okay.
What about you, boy? Are you ready to answer some questions for the good of science? Let's proceed with the experiment. My first question is simple. Which colors does the goddess Iomade prefer?
Red and white. Okay.
This answer is correct. It is comforting to meet at least one educated person in the melting pot of ignorance that is Canopus today. Let's proceed. Did Aradin take part in any crusade before he died?
Water. Raise the. Okay. You know for sure that Aaron died not long before the world won't open in the First Crusade. Begun. He died before him, so no.
Your answer is correct. Aradin's death dates to 4606, and that is precisely the year when the World Wound was opened. The First Crusade started back in 4622.
Okay.
Your knowledge would make Mendev's Crusaders proud. My final question is, what is the title that Arilu Vorlesh bears? Is she the architect of the World Wound, the Lord of the Labyrinth, or the Border Inquisitor of the Shapeless Abyss?
Positive that Erling Volish is known as the architect of the World Wound. What's the chat? Okay.
That's correct. Most excellent. You successfully answered all of my questions. Splendid. Amazing. This is a breakthrough. I thank you for your cooperation.
Okay.
It seems to me that I owe you an explanation. My name is Nenio. I am an explorer, a pilgrim, a yet-to-be-recognized scientific luminary, future author of the great Encyclopedia Galarianica, and rector of all Absalom's universities at once. Future rector, I should say. I also know several spells.
Now, can you finally tell me what you were getting at with all those questions?
It is so heartening to see you strive for knowledge. I have been conducting an experiment comparing the intellectual abilities of the average cultist with those of the average crusader.
Okay.
And I must admit that you passed the test with flying colors. This does offer a glimmer of hope for the future of Crusade. I have always claimed that despite the popular beliefs about the limited intellectual abilities of those in the army, at least some of them can be considered educated. It pleases me to see that I was correct.
So are you trying to say that I'm mediocre?
Yes.
Why do you keep calling me boy? I have a name, you know.
I apologize for an injury to your ego, but your name is irrelevant on the grand scale of the universe. Thus, it cannot possibly interest me. I will forget it as soon as I hear it. To avoid unnecessary confusion, I'd prefer to not know it at all.
What? Okay. Canaveras isn't safe right now. Shall we join forces?
Do you wish to become my follower? To accompany me on my expeditions to the World Wound? To assist me in my experiments? To run errands for me? Perhaps even to write down my deepest thoughts for the benefit of future generations? Oh, how splendid! Of course, I agree.
No, I meant for us to join forces so that we can be safe traveling the city.
Truth be told, I have no money to pay you. But you will be aiding the progress of science, and that is its own reward.
You know, if we join forces, you have to follow my instructions during our expedition.
Huh? What? Oh, yes, the dangers and these battles. Of course, I will follow your orders. I place my life in your capable hands, so I can focus on the things that really matter.
Okay. Sure, I agree.
Excellent. You're hired. To think that I finally found someone to accompany me. 27 Crusaders before you said no. Not one of them saw the undeniable appeal of my offer. Your first assignment is to take me to a safe place. I have to admit that today's experiment has left me quite tired.
Yeah, let's take Ember's place. Okay. Let me get a level up. I want to look at getting Doug, right? Some criminals steal with finesse, their victims only discovering the crime when the rogue is long gone and their coin already spent. A thug, on the other hand, cares nothing for finesse. Though both threat and violence, the thug gets what she wants by the promise of force and has no problem making good on that promise as needed. See, frightening is what I want to add. Whenever a thug successfully uses persuasion to demoralize a character, the duration of the shaking condition is increased by 1 round. In addition, if the target is shaken for 4 or more rounds, the thug makes the target frightened for 1 round. Okay. Also adds. No, that's if we keep going. I don't know if I want to keep going. Oh, we get a point. Okay. That won't really help us. I mean, it helps us skills-wise to get some more skill points to spread about, but yeah, the odd placements of these is odd, to say the least. Do it like that, I think. Yep. So we do get sneak attack. Frightening is what we wanted to do. Okay. Okay. Scroll of Haze Demon. Get some more. Wonderful works. You know what? We came by being over. We're still overloaded. Okay. Flame tongue and shiny chitin and edible moss. Let's exit there. Gotta make sure there's no other containers with stuff anywhere. Like over here. Okay. Granite stone, green quartz, gold coins, and meteor dust.
I'm off. Can't hide from me.
Oh, something else. More gold coins, gold earring, silver medallion, and a bloodshot eye. We might as well go through the paces for these guys. So level 4 paladin. I don't even know. Oh, charisma. That's what they increased. Mobility, world, knowledge world, and persuasion. Okay. And she has some new spells. Okay. They went with another level for the Shaman Spirit Hunter. Okay. Gave another level of Dex, it looks like. Trickery and Stealth. That it? Okay. With Battle Master. Makes an extra attack opportunity each round. This ability attacks stacks with the attacks of opportunity granted by combat reflex feat. At 8th level, the shaman gains weapon specialization feat and a weapon of choice as a bonus feat. 60th level, the shaman. Okay. Okay, so they got the Battle Master feat. Oh, she has the Battle Master feat. What does Land have? With another monk. Got some more wisdom. Okay, makes sense. Athletics and mobility and perception. Okay. Kai power true strike. The monk with this Kai power can spend 1 point of his Kai pool as a standard action to gain temporary intuitive insight into the immediate future during his next attack. Next single attack roll, if it is made before the end of the next round, gains a plus 20 insight bonus. Okay. Nice. Okay, Woljif. It's got another rogue, Elder Scoundrel. Went with another level of Dex, okay. Mobility, trickery, and stealth. Perception, and use magic device. Got the spell invisibility and mirror image. Okay. Then we got the new girl, Nanio. Wizard Scroll Savant. Okay. Intelligence makes sense. Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge World, Lore Nature, and Lore Religion. No, use magic device, no lore religion. Okay. Acid arrow. Stone call. Okay. Alright. Another. More gold coins. Healing. Inflict moderate wounds. We got a potion. So, are we gonna have an undead character like in Kingmaker? Okay, really, there's nothing to see over there. Okay. Alright, I think it's time to inventory's too great. Alright. But I think even though we dropped it at the end of the last one, right? It allowed us to still pick the stuff up. We got rid of lead. Okay, we're kind of heavy now. Okay. Yeah, because we clicked this last time, right? And it still let us. Okay. That means I get to keep all the loot. Yes, we'll enter the location. We gotta sell off all of our stuff, all of our loot. We gotta go talk to people. Tieflings made it. Start to draw on, sell stuff here. Bulk selling. 1, 2, 3, 5. Almost 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. I didn't even check to see if we can even use some of that masterwork stuff or dueling sword stuff. Wait, what's the difference? I don't know why those aren't stacked. Just a regular dueling sword, okay. I don't see anybody using that. Yeah, I gotta figure out some more with these weapons. Basically the same, just different looks on them. Yeah, I think our armor situation is pretty good right now. That's a plus. That's a 9. So that's better than what we currently got. Okay. Okay. Let's actually look at what we can do with what we got. Okay. Oh. Witch, stigmatized witch. Okay. She got 1 more point in charisma. She did knowledge arcana increase along with persuasion and use magic device. Healing. Is that the only? She only got healing? She only gets 1 spell? Okay. And cure moderate wounds. Okay. Inflict light wounds also. Okay. Let's take a quick look. We got a glaive already. We have a composite longbow that we really aren't going to try to use at all. Purple stone knife. Oh, so this is more to give to one of the mages, okay. It's another glaive. So early on, they throwing glaives our way like crazy. I don't know. She can use everything too. They are the primary 2 with those type of weapons. Okay, we can give you... What happened to... Oh, there it is. The short spear. It's a +1 weapon. And now it's +8. And 1 through 5 is your damage. +3. Wow. You are super set up for the rapier. Oh no, you can do the javelin too, okay. But why would I do the javelin? Cold Iron Masterworks. No, the rapier has a greater crit category. The only reason really to give you a spear is if you have to hit something with a magical weapon. Land is pretty much just bow in his hands. You're gonna try to use daggers left and right. Okay. I don't know. Currently +8. +8 if I give you that. I'll just 10 with that one. Okay, I think that's what we want to do. Yeah, I don't even want the witch girl to have any kind of weapons. Hey Terrell, how's everything going? I'm sorry, I just seen the chat. I've been so focused in on trying to figure out this stuff. Hope everything's going good, man. So you're currently sitting at +5. If I give you this, goes to +4 with 4 to 9, +4 to 5 to 15. +5. Let's go with that. It's one less to hit, but when we do hit, we hit harder. I can give her the other glaive if she, for some reason, needs two-handed weapons. So she can't equip any master sword or dueling swords because they're exotic. Okay. Alright. So we got a couple other things we can probably sell off. Oh, I didn't look at the armor. Dang it. Okay. That was all weapons we were looking at. Now we got the tall shield, so we don't want to worry about any of the other stuff, but we can use this half plate here. Which means when we go to you can get this other half plate. And you can get this shield. Now you're sitting at 25. I'm sitting at 30. Yeah, you're just light. You're no armor. Your wizard will be no armor, no armor. You could do this. But your other armor is actually better. So, yeah. We might just hold that and throw it in the chest when we go inside. But these other two can go. I'll hold on to that for now. I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time trying to figure out everybody's best weapons and stuff yet, so. But we got 2 glaives already that's enchanted and stuff, so we'll throw that one up there. Or those 4 up there. And nobody seems to be able to use these dueling sword and the best sword because they're exotic weapons. So we'll do it like that. Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna have. We gotta go inside to get healing stuff anyway. So let's do that. And we gotta go to that thing to clear our corruption, don't we? What's happening? It's been hard to greet you with unexpected liveliness. Beyond the walls of the tavern, the once bustling and festive city lies in ruins, but somehow none of that can be felt within these walls. The people in the room are talking, laughing, raising toasts, even softly singing. It doesn't look like typical tavern rivalry, but no, is it the grim vigilance of recent days? Sailor waves to you. She is sitting at a table with the trio you met previously, the knight, the half-elf, and the red-headed halfling. Youngling, come, let me properly introduce you to Ellen, Jenna, and Curl, the fearless warriors of the League of the Inspiring Cart. Okay. Sailor pushes a mug of beer towards you and speaks softly. It was me who convinced Erebeth to use what Jenna, Curl, and England found for a little party. If you look out the window, you might think the end of times have come and the abyss has devoured us all. I thought some simple pleasures, good food and good company, could help keep the gloom at bay. Sailor looks at you hesitantly, as if trying to gauge your reaction. I think we still got people on duty outside, so let's not. I mean, that would be the sensible thing. Still have some people that's not drunk. So I understand we need to continue living and fighting, however hard that might be, even amidst the chaos that is befalling this city. Allow me, Ellen of the Hound Heart, allow me to declare my support for Sailor's decision as well. Experience tells me that we should shed no tears until after our victory. If we start to moan the fallen while the battle is still raging, we'll be just jeopardizing all our efforts. Now is the time for rest. We'll bury the dead after the last demon has been driven from Canabras. That makes sense. Hey, are we just going to sit here with grim faces? I say we get to know each other a little better, so we have better reasons to toast. Tell me about you and your order, Elon. As stories go, it's not very entertaining. I was born far to the south in Andoran. I lost my parents early, led the life of a simple mercenary, but often questioned the path I had chosen. I am proud of my sword skills. I enjoy training and drills, and I'm not afraid of battle. But risking my life for corn, it takes a special mindset to choose that lot with no regrets. You have to want to risk your blood. I saw too many of my friends die, and I wonder if it was worth it. So in the end, I decided to choose another path. Now, if I'm going to lay down my life, at least it will be for a good cause. That's how I ended up in Mendev and became a squire for the Hound Hearts. It's a small order. By tradition, it never was more than 12 members, and a new member is only knighted after one of the elder dies. Ellen of the Houndhearts. We patrol the lands along the Wardstone line and provide aid to travelers and settlers. Unfortunately, death is common among the Houndhearts. I became a full knight 2 years ago after laying my mentor to rest, but I'm content with my choice. My place is among the Crusaders. Have you been serving in the Eagle Watch for long, Jenna? I signed up 4 days before the demon attack. Am I lucky or what? Jenna lets out an overly boisterous laugh. I'm an apprentice of a famous fencing master from Menav, and I learned a thing or two from him, believe me. I soon got bored of fighting off bandits and getting involved in the petty squabbles of the Beckman River Kingdoms. Okay. Is this the same Jenna? No. Her name is something different, right? Adore. I want a proper challenge, and you can't find a better place in Mendel. And what do you know? The moment I arrived, the demonic invasion began. My father would say, "That's no accident. Fate brought me here." What about you, Curl? How did you end up among the condemned? I just did what everyone else was doing. I grew up in the slums where everyone stole a little, or maybe smuggled, or guarded stashes, so Curl stares into his mug gloomily. But I never killed anybody, and I never did anything really bad. I got caught stealing, and when they made me choose between prison and the condemned, well, of course, I didn't want to go to prison. I'm not that good a fighter, but as Norgorber is my witness, a thief can also be useful in a war against demons. I've always been a good scout. I can sneak under the nose of any monster, but I don't know where my friends are now. We got separated when the demons rampaged through the city. Norgorber is known as the once mortal god of thievery and assassinations, as well as a keeper of secrets. He is called the Reaper of the Reputation by some, but he has more insidious titles among worshippers who venerate his other 3 aspects: Black Fingers, Father Skin Saw, and the Grey Master. He remains an enigma to most, and his true motives are unknown. Many of his own followers remain ignorant of his plans and designs. Norgorber is the only evil god amongst the ascended. Chin up, friend. Whoever you were in the past, you're our friend now, and a crusader. Your skills will be useful to us all. You'll see. How do you all know Sailor? I met my noble sister on the road to Canabras. I was returning from the south from my fiancé and was happy to be in the company of a paladin of Iomade. We said our farewells at the city gates, and I went north along the road to Dresden, to my orders camp. Ellen's face grows grim at the mention of the camp. The demons attacked us there. At the same time, they struck Canabras, but we managed to fight them off. We hurried to the city's aid and joined forces with the Eagle Watch. All my fellow Houndhearts were wounded during the battle on the streets. I'm the last knight of my order who can still fight. It's so good to see Sailor again. Every lower heart count these days. I met Sailor at a tavern in Canabras before the attack. Of course, she was one of the few who could sit at the table with the condemned. Knights usually don't even look at us, but Sailor is different. I knew it the moment I saw her. That's what made me notice Sailor too. So I sat down to talk to her. I never understood why everyone treated the condemned so horribly, and I still don't. Our Curl is a great lad. So after that night, Sailor and I went around the taverns together every day. Mendev is an amazing place. People from all over the world come here for glory, redemption, or to help those in trouble, and they always find each other. This might be the best place in the world to find like-minded people and friends. That was a toast in case you didn't notice. Okay. Sailor, did you call me over just because, or is something the matter? I didn't just want to talk about today's celebration, you see. Elon is in trouble. I want to help him, and I don't know anyone else in the city I can turn to. His fellow knights were all wounded in battle. Okay? Kind of figured that when he said it, he was the last one. She said, bad idea, sister. I told you, I don't want to bother anyone else with my problems. I need to handle them on my own. Come on. Hiding your sadness from your friends is no way to live. Curl is right. Yoland helped me find you. Without his help, I'd still be looking for you all over Canaveras. So, Yoland, come on. Stop being so stubborn. Okay, tell me more. Young Nightshade, he said. In all truth, I do not wish to impose. My problems are just minor troubles. A paladin of Yamade and her friends certainly have more important things to do, especially now that Canaveras has been overrun with demons. If I've learned anything in life, it's that there's nothing minor about good and evil. Sailor began seriously, but then a smile lightens up her face. Take the three of you, for example. It seems like all of you did was save one cart from some lesser demons. But look how many people are happy now. That feat would never be sung of in songs, but who knows, maybe thanks to this one joyous hour of peace and rest, the defenders of Canaveras will find the strength to protect the city. Sailor catches her breath. I talk too much, don't I? Well, Sir Ellen, I want to help you, and my reputation as a holy warrior of Iyamade won't suffer if it's more of a minor adventure than a glorious feat. The knight sighs and seems a little embarrassed. All right, I'll explain. The life of a crusader has given me more than just a purpose and a chance to serve a righteous cause. When I abandoned the life of a mercenary and came to Mendev, I gained something else I never expected. It's here that I met. May all the ladies here forgive me. The finest girl in all the world. It's a miracle she found any love in her own heart from a bungler like me. But I'm not about to let this miracle go. Not even the demon lord Descartes and all his demon army can stand in my way. Luckily, my beloved is now safely away from Canaveras. For half a year, I've been getting up my courage to propose to her. I even ordered a ring from Derek Sunhammer, the best jeweler in Mendev. Independent knightly orders live mostly off donations, and I'm not what you would call rich. But I so want to make Kiana happy. Oh, it took me 3 months to find a jewelry the same shade as her eyes, and twice that long to scrape together enough money. Master Derek's work was worth it, but I lost the ring during the demon attack, and I'll probably never find a worthy replacement. Okay. The ring is most likely still at the Hound Heart's camp outside the city. Ellen and his friends didn't have time to pack up their camp. First the demons ambushed them, and then they rushed off to help Canaveras. I think we should at least go there and check. Not right now, of course, but once the situation in the city is under control. What could we run into at this camp? My friends and I killed 2 large demons attacking the camp, then rode straight to the city without spending any more time cleaning up the rest of their band. It was only a few imps, but they might still be at the camp. Of course, this was a while ago. Our camp was attacked at the same time as the Wardstone in the main square, and I haven't been back there since. Fine, I'll help. Sailor puts her hands on your shoulder. Thanks for agreeing to help. Elon is a good man and a true knight, and I think the world should repay those who are so devoted to doing good. Let's help him so he can propose to his beloved the way he wanted. Hound Heart campsite has been revealed. Okay. Sailor, I hope you can convince Irbeth to let me go with you when you do this. I don't want to be parted from my friends. Of course, if the League of the Inspiring Cart has come together in this dark hour, we must continue onward together. Okay. Can we talk to him now? Show him what you have. We need healing potions. Got 10 of those. Oh, what? I didn't want to pick those up. What is going on here? I'll get like 10 of these. Oh, let's go for 15. Okay. Members in our room. Okay. Okay, let's talk to Woljeff. That was one of the things we're supposed to do, right? Oh, we gotta talk to Fawn too. Fawn.
Psst, look, Chief. I got something to show you. Ta-da! A real beaut, isn't it?
Wolf comes closer and looks around quickly to make sure no one is eavesdropping. He makes a subtle gesture and an omelet on the chain appears in his hand. The silver omelet in the shape of the waning moon with the dark crystal in the middle. He had the doggone omelet. So he wasn't a traitor, but he still stole the omelet, is what's happening. Okay. So you did betray the thief? Oh. He's...
Oof. That cuts me deep, Chief. You and I saw who the traitor was. It's just that when we robbed the shop, I went in first and took what I wanted. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Although, of course, I did think about hiding the moon and just taking myself off somewhere warm when all this blows over. But only because I want to see the world. Is it a crime to want to travel? Huh? Is that what counts for treachery these days?
Did you really have the omelet this whole time?
Since that night, Chief, Melround didn't even set eyes on it. While he was dealing with the golem, I sneaked past them, and that was that.
Remind me, why is this item so important?
Do you really not remember it? Oh, I thought you would appreciate it. It's from the old man Fileman, the owner of the Ancient Trees and Wonders shop. It's the pride of his collection. The Moon of the Abyss, an amulet with a rare crystal crafted by an unknown maker. When I think of how much this thing is worth, it makes my head spin.
You've been searched by guards. How did you manage to hide the amulet?
Thieves have their ways.
Why didn't you give the amulet to me right away?
What? So she would slay me right away, you mean? You saw how antsy she was over Canabras and all this. So I did it. I took the Moon of the Abyss. But I didn't go to Erebeth. And Big Sister wouldn't hear my explanations. She doesn't have the time. I even thought I'd hide the moon somewhere, and then when all the noise had died down, I'd go get it and make a run for it. I'm sick of the thieflings. And they never appreciated me anyway.
Is she gonna do the same thing to us? Why did you steal the Moon of the Abyss? You wouldn't have been able to sell an item so rare anyway.
Why, he asks? It's expensive, pretty. And you know, it's my amulet, actually. Not meaning I stole it, but I mean, this is my inheritance. My grandma and I were poor. All we had was a jewelry box with the moon in it. She used to store it under the floor in the basement, and she'd take it out sometimes just to look at it. She was always nicer when she had a few drinks in her, so I could ask her things then. One time I asked where she got it from, and she said it was from a demon. You know, the demon who was my grandfather. He said the moon was to be passed down. My mom was good for nothing and nobody, so that's why Grandma decided to keep the amulet for me. She used to say it would be mine when I grew up. But she couldn't wait until I grew up. She squandered my inheritance when she became a drunk. Took it to Fileman's shop and pawned it. He gave her some coppers for it, and she didn't even haggle. Just grabbed them and ran back to the tavern before last orders. I've been going to Fileman's to look at the moon ever since I was a kid. He chased me away, but I just kept going back, so eventually he gave up. He didn't skimp on security. The place was like a fortress, so he wasn't worried about a street rat like me pinching anything. Even when I got more skilled, I couldn't get any closer to it. One day, I had no one to go with. Another day, there were only oafs who'd never stolen anything more than a church donation box. But when Charisme had planned everything out, I realized I had a chance to get the moon and move away from here. Maybe to Garand. I hear it's warmer there. I've stayed with the family for too long.
You're risking everything for some shiny trinket?
This isn't just some shiny trinket. First, maybe some rich person's just dying to buy it. We need to put out some feelers and see if anyone's in the market. Second, maybe it'll come in handy. And besides, I spent so many years looking at it. I imagine things like, what if my grandfather left something else and my grandma spent that too? Maybe I could have had my own barony already if things had turned out differently. Or got some decent education in the capital. They're all just dreams, but the moon is right here. You've got to hold on to what's yours, Chief.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with having them serve the crusade. Atone your crimes by serving the crusade.
If I serve anybody, it should be you. And only because I owe you. I don't care if the whole of Canabras drops into the abyss. I don't trust all these crusaders or Galfrey. They just take people's money to spend on crusades, but what's the point? If anyone calls me a crusader, I'll spit in their face just so you know. Even if it's you, Chief. Whatever you think, I owe you. I'm not just a thief. I have my own business selling things. Thanks to you, I'm still in the family. And I mean, we have the black market sewn up in this city. It's a good way to sell valuables.
Okay.
So, if you need anything, a scroll or something, just say the word. I have a little portal to our people in Nerosian. You put a note there, and you get what you need. I can't get you anything big, but what they do have is all high quality. Nothing's too good for you, Chief. What's mine is yours. For a price, of course.
Okay. Interesting. But while I'm thinking about it, let's look at our spells, because everybody leveled up some, right? So, your witch. Okay. We can do a stone call. We can do one of each. Oh, shield is not your friend. Let's get a summon monster and another magic missile. Okay. And you get one of each for you. That's all for one person, but yeah, let's get that. Oh, we already got that. We could do another one. $15. Let's do. No. Let's do the summon matrix ally. Okay, that's for going against undead. We do that. Challenge evil. I have not seen it before, so we'll check it out. Oh, we're missing. Yeah, let's do a remove prayer. That's always good to have. Okay. Let's go talk to this dude down here that I have a feeling is lying to us. That's pale, beautiful face bears an expression of melancholy and detachment. How may I help? I think Khaleesi might be a drow. You see a shadow pass over Fawn's eyes for a single instant, then his face is just as impassive as before. Drow? Unlikely. It's more plausible that her dark service has left a brand similar to one that twisted the entire cursed drow race. A coincidence, I would think. I met her. Fawn's melancholy expression remains calm, but his entire body tenses and his fingers wrap around the handle of his weapon. Under what circumstances, I hope you seize the opportunity to kill her. Are you certain of your allegiance? I am. Her misdeeds are terrible and proven with absolute certainty. But said that in a hollow voice, like now he's questioning stuff. She claims she doesn't serve the demons. Of course she does. In an attempt to buy her life, she would stoop to the boldest and the most outrageous of lies. Whose word do you trust, hers or mine? Nobody's right now. I'm getting facts. I let her go. After giving you a saddened look, Fawn stares off into the distance. Your decision is regrettable. I'm afraid that in doing so, you've condemned her many future victims to death. I suppose it just means that brings this hunt to a close falls upon my shoulders. Okay, I have to go. Good fortune to you. Okay. Let's go into our chest real quick. Okay. Does Camilla have anything? No. Okay. Oh, we got Ember still we haven't talked to. Death in front of you is young, still an adolescent, by the standards of their long-lived folk. A childish carefree smile plays on her face, and her wandering eyes linger on you for just a moment before darting off again into the distance. Terrible scars cover her body, and a few of her fingers are missing. The crow sits on her shoulder, observing you with its clever black eyes. Tell me about yourself. Well, they call me Ember. I used to live in the River City, and now I walk with you. That's my story. Why do they call you Ember? I've had many names. When I was little, Mom and Dad called me Dove, or Cricket, or Kitten. Dad called me his ray of sunshine, and when my mom was cross, she called me by a long name, a grown-up one. I can't remember it, no matter how hard I try. Okay, so she can't remember her whole name. Then, when I came to live in the River City, the good people called me different funny names, like Ember or Torch or Smoky. I don't know why. They called me Bird Brain because I have a crow. They called me Lucky 7 because of my fingers. She raised her hands. The middle finger on her right hand and the two smaller fingers on her left are missing. They sometimes called me Grilled Meat and said I was stupid. But I didn't feel hurt. I mean, they're right. I really am silly. They didn't mean to hurt me. This chick. I like Ember. It's a good word. Embers are like people. On the outside, they're gray and cold like stones, but they're warm inside. You can blow on them and they'll start a fire to help you survive a cold night. And that's wonderful, isn't it? Ember, it is. Where are you from? Far from the flower country. The girl gestures vaguely off into the distance. It's so beautiful there. Everywhere there's flowers blooming, golden towers, and waterfalls, and everyone is like me, with pointy ears. There's no round-eared people, no short ones, no horned heads. We lived there together, me and my mom and dad. Mom and dad argued a lot. Dad used to say that all the good people should go on the crusade and fight the demons. And Mom said he was silly because it was so far away and none of our business, and that he shouldn't abandon his child. She meant me. But he didn't abandon me. He took me along. He said I was born the same year that the hole in the demon world opened. He said it was a sign that I would be one of the heroes who close it. Of course, I'm not a hero, but I'm here anyways, helping as much as I can. Where did you get your scars? It happened by accident. My dad and I came sailing down the river to join the crusade. Dad said that all the good people were going to the world room to heal it. He said that the crusaders were the best people in the world, and together we were going to win. But when we arrived at the river city, the crusaders got everything mixed up. They thought my dad and I were bad and decided to burn us at the stake. Dad died, and I cried so loudly that one good night realized it was all a big mistake. He started yelling at the other crusaders, even the ones in charge, and then walked right into the fire and got me out. The others wanted to stop him, but he took out his sword and scared them away. The kind knight took me to a healer. I later learned that while the knight was pulling me from the flames, he himself was burned so badly that he died not long after. But I'm still alive. A few fingers missing, and my skin is funny. I've lived in the River City ever since. I never had my own house, but I had many friends. And then the demons came, and I met you. And you know what happened after that. River City is Canaveras. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to try to continue going down the lawful path. At least this playthrough. Or should we save that for a paladin playthrough? Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's go lawful. Well, said, and that lynch mob called themselves Crusaders? For shame. People always call themselves pretty words, as if calling oneself a paladin or a commander is enough to stop you from being a poor, frightened sinner. She sighs and smiles. But there was one true knight there, and the others came to their senses at last. Do you worship any deity? The girl shakes her head with an unwavering smile. Dad taught me to pray to Iomade. He said she was a kind goddess, and she called people to crusade against evil. The knights who burned my dad and me worshipped her too. They even lit the fires with a prayer to her, and she did nothing to help us. But then one kind knight, alone, without any gods, changed his mind and saved me. I think the gods are the same as us. They don't understand anything, and they're scared of everything, so they hurt themselves and the rest of us. People worship the gods only because they're afraid of being responsible for themselves. And the gods listen to the praise, and they become smug and arrogant and begin to believe that they're better than us. But they're no better. They're silly sinners, just like the rest of us. Sometimes I pray to the gods, different ones, the good ones, the bad ones. I ask them to stop fighting and hurting each other. I don't know if they ever hear me, but if they do, I mean, the knight who wanted to burn me, he was able to change his mind and do a good deed. If he can change, maybe Baphomet can too. How did you survive the streets? There are many good people in the River City. When I sang for them in the streets, they often give me coins or bread or sometimes even clothes. I shared everything with the other homeless, and they showed me where it's safe to sleep, where I could get out of the rain and cold, where I could find discarded things. When the demons destroyed the River City, I looked for my friends, but I found no one. They probably all died. The homeless have no supplies or weapons or basements to hide in, and the knights won't protect them either. Knights are all like gods, so self-important. They're saving the world after all. What do they care about the homeless? Still smiling, the girl shrugs. Where do your magical powers come from? These tricks, I have them from my grandma. She used to be my father's grandma, and before that, his father's. I've never seen her myself, but she's very clever and kind. When I lived on the street, sometimes she left food for me or a blanket in the winter. Sometimes I felt her stroking my hair as I fall asleep, but if I open my eyes, there's no one there. No one near. She also sent me soot. She scratches the crow's beak, and the bird grumbles happily in response. She tells Soot how to do different tricks, and Soot teaches me. Felder Lord Religious Check. It seems that Ember doesn't know who gave her these powers. Her familiar was obviously sent by a powerful creature of good, perhaps an angel or a fae, though you couldn't say exactly who. Thank you for your answers. Oh, not at all. I didn't really tell you anything. You're always so cheerful. How do you manage to remain so hopeful when we're surrounded by such horror? Hope? She tilts her head and continues with a smile. No, hope is a lie. What should we hope for? This world is in the hands of demons. The gods can't help, or they don't want to, or they forgot about us altogether. The people know they're about to be eaten by demons, but still they quarrel with each other and fight, and still there's no hope, only us. Well, we'll have to win without hope. It will be hard. The entire abyss is against us. We can only win by some miracle, which means we'll have to make one happen. What other choice do we have? We'll work a miracle and win because we have to. The elf smiles broadly and nods to herself. Okay, I have to go. So go. The elf watches you with a radiant smile as you leave. Okay, she is a fun one. We've talked to them. Talk back to Strongton again real quick. Nothing new, okay. Okay. Boy, am I pleased with you. I asked you to bring me a safety, and that's exactly what you did. Indeed, having a follower to aid me is most efficient and frankly pleasing. With you on one hand, I shall conquer new horizons, plump the depths of knowledge hitherto unknown, and scale the dizzying heights of future discoveries. Stops to catch her breath. What I mean is, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude. I foresee immense potential in our future cooperation. Happy to help. Hand in hand, we will unravel the greatest mysteries inaccessible to the minds of ordinary people. Just imagine it. I, leading the way, proudly staring into the faces of the gods themselves, and you, my loyal follower, walking behind me every step of the way, writing down my deepest thoughts and admiring the profundity of my intellect. If we hold hands, you won't be able to go in front of me and lead the way. You are a catalyst, which, when it reacts with my intellect, will allow the latter to grasp the very essence of the universe itself. Do you always express your delight so effortlessly? What? Who are you? It stares at you for a while, bewilderment in her eyes, but then it replaced by recognition. Oh, yes, my new follower. So what am I supposed to do? Oh, yes, I must provide some verbal encouragement for your as yet modest achievements and try to induce you to strive for more of such encouragement. That is the principle that underpins any training. She frowns, but only for an instant. Ah, I see. Your modest nature has unsettled by the overabundance of my gratitude. I do apologize for putting you in such an awkward position. I would never praise you again, unless I forget. Okay. But let's get back to the business at hand. Your new assignment will be to take me into the inconspicuous ruins that are located in an even more inconspicuous valley, lying between Canaveras and Dresden, as soon as reasonably practicable. I'll mark the place on your map with the large red cross so you won't forget it. Nameless ruins has been revealed. What's so special about these ruins near Canaveras? I'm glad you asked. This is my greatest hypothesis, my secret project, and I won't pass up the opportunity to share it with you, because you are my most loyal follower, and you are worthy of possessing such knowledge. Ruxin knows. And also because you're the first person to ever ask me about it. Okay. Some time ago, I was walking around the border of the world room, and I met a strange person. He was wearing a frayed gray robe, and his face was hidden behind an old white mask. Of course, I didn't miss the opportunity to ask him about the reason for his absurd appearance. And do you know what he said to me? He said, I am the answer, but what is the question? Then he walked off in the direction of the world wound. The next day, after I had already forgotten about the first encounter, I had another similar encounter. This time, I met with an elven woman. Judging by the pointy ears sticking out from behind the mask, I am the answer, but what is the question? She said, before taking off toward the world wound. Then I realized everything became clear to me. I know a mystery when I see one. Consider this one of my merit talents. Rubs the tip of her nose. After all these geysers weren't simply on their way to a costume party, were they? After examining several maps, I determined that they were all heading in one direction, to a place not far from Canaveras. A place which is marked as nameless ruins, even on ancient Sigurdian maps. That's where I need to go. Unraveling the secret of that place will be my greatest discovery. It will secure my place in history, or perhaps even in legend. How do you know where we have to go? Do you know how to find a beehive in the forest? You need to catch 2 bees, set them free in 2 different locations of the forest, and remember the directions they fly in. Then you take a map and draw lines showing the bees' routes. The place where the lines intersect will mark the location of the beehive. Fascinating, yes? By the way, forest bees do not make any honey. Okay. I used the beehive principle here too. For a couple of months, I tracked the strange people in the mass and observed the direction in which they were traveling. I collected the coordinates, mapped their estimated routes, and made a discovery. All the routes intersected at the nameless ruins not far from Canaveras. What do you expect to find there? I haven't the slightest idea. If I knew what was hidden there, I wouldn't be so eager to go. These ruins aren't very far from Canaveras. You could easily get there all by yourself. Why do you need me? Nemo's eyes seemed ready to pop out of their sockets in surprise. Don't you see? This is a legendary secret place. Who knows what may happen to me after I lift the veil and uncover the workings of the universe. My mortal body may be unable to contain all the knowledge, or perhaps I will ascend and become equal to the gods themselves. I need you to write down everything that happens and report my fate to the interested parties in Absalom, and don't forget to praise me as I deserve while you're there. These ruins of yours may turn out to be just that, ruins. Nino shrugs. In that case, we'll write this experiment off as a failure and start another one. I don't know which experiment I'll try next. That's all I want to know about your task. Well, now you know. So off we go. Did I just make a rhyme? Perhaps I've discovered poetic talent in myself. Let's conduct an experiment. Quickly, say any word, and I'll try to find a rhyme for it right away. Yomade. Says Descartes go away. If you play, you need to pay. Every shade of color gray. Not the best rhymes, don't you think? Well, this experiment was unsuccessful. We learned that I have no poetic talent after all. He notes. Ninio sighs. But it's no reason to despair. Having a gift of poetry in addition to my inexhaustible intelligence would have been a little too much. Besides, I'm catastrophically busy and I have no time to spend on writing poetry. I don't like it when you call me boy. My name is Yoland. On the grand scale of world history, your name is irrelevant. I have no reason to remember it. You see, the brain of my given individual can contain only a limited amount of facts. I only expend my memory on things that are truly important. The laws of thermodynamics, Davin Estercia, planetary, planar geography. Things that will lead Galarian to a brighter future. Rubs her nose. Besides, what if I make a great discovery, but I won't be able to remember it because my memory is full of outdated or useless information? What a nightmare that would be. What a loss for the whole of Galarian. But you do remember your own name, right? Only so I know what to put on for the author's name in my encyclopedia. Are there any names worth remembering? There are, and to my deepest regret, there are too many of them. Heaves aside that would fit a grief-stricken old man. The names of gods and demigods, the names of rulers, conquerors, and other persons, by some reason deemed great by the people of Galarian. They etch their names into history, and alas, every self-respecting, educated person must know them. But there are some names I am happy to remember. Great scientists among them, divine, others mortal, true keepers of knowledge, and great experimentalists, the pioneers of knowledge, Yuri, Nearthus, Irelia, Volish. Irelia Volish opened the world when she's the betrayal of humanity. It's her fault the demons invaded Galarian. Oh yes, she's the greatest of the greatest. Just imagine, she managed to open a rift from Galarian to the abyss. No one knew how. No one believed it possible. No one even dreamed of such a thing. And she just did it. It was the experiment of the century. Wipes a tear from my eyes. I would have been so happy if I could have been in her place. Of course, some part of Galarian population died as a result of her experiment, and the Crusades are still wrestling with its consequences to this day. But the very essence of what Elu managed to do was a breathtaking of cosmic significance, both figuratively and literally. Sooner or later, the world will be closed. Peace will return to Galarian. As for the victims of the ongoing war, they will be remembered as unfortunate but unavoidable sacrifices made at the altar of science. Yeah, that is an interesting way to look at things, though I'm not sure the Crusaders would agree with you. Blinks at you for blinks. Were we talking about something? Tell me about yourself. I'm an explorer, pilgrim, and yet to be recognized scientific luminary, future author of the Encyclopedia Galacinaria. The rector of all Absalon universities at once. Future rector, I would say, is it pulling off of practice? That information should be enough to satisfy your curiosity, because I doubt I'll be able to tell you more than that. Where are you from? That information is irrelevant. I've decided to forget it. How did you become a scientist? That information is irrelevant. I've decided to forget it. You have a circle tattoo on your shoulder. What does it mean? Cast a sidelong glance at her shoulder. Oh, that. I don't remember the circumstances of its creation, but I like it. I prefer to think of it as a zero. No, nothing. A center point at an origin of coordinates. It reminds me how much of the unknown world there is to explore. Don't you remember how you got this tattoo? That information is irrelevant. I've decided to forget it. How can you just decide to forget important pieces of information? This is just one of my many talents. The secret to stop thinking about the thing you want to forget. And the main thing is not to remember anything you don't need. To filter it. To get right to the essence. I'll teach you someday, unless I forget. What is this encyclopedia you're working on? The Encyclopedia Galeriancia is will be published in 100 volumes, 1,000 pages each, plus the author's addenda, appendices added by future co-authors and critical commentaries. Appended indexation is still in question. Nina looks slightly embarrassed. I just like the number 100, but I'm not sure they will be able to keep within the established word limit. It will be a majestical piece of scholarship that will become a part of the mandatory curriculum of every educational institution worth mentioning. In it, I intend to describe every object, item, event, fact, and personality that is present on or at least somehow related to Galarian. My calculations show that I have completed no more than 1% of this monumental book. Do you remember your parents, your past, or is that all irrelevant too? All of it is irrelevant on the grand scale of world history. I have no reason to remember such things. Yeah, I admire your capabilities of your memory to just selectively forget stuff. What? What were you talking about? Okay, we'll stop that now. I'd like to clarify a few things about your new task. Okay, we've done all that. Okay, I have to go. Bruce took a piece of paper from her sleeve and take some notes on it. This conversation lasted approximately 5 minutes. She lifted her chin. By the way, did you know that it's the exact same amount of time the Inquisitors of Canabras need to find a defendant guilty? But to shake off Inquisitors chasing you takes 5 times as long. That experiment proved that running while clad in heavy armor is not burdensome for them at all. Okay. Are you alright? I'm not willing. We'll hold out here until the army arrives. Whenever I sleep outside the walls of the defendant's heart, I'm plagued by terrible dreams. Can you help me? Priest studies your face carefully. You look tired, but otherwise entirely healthy. If we were anyone else, I would simply tell you to get some rest. But we are on the border of the world room, and I am all too aware of what's happening to you. As you know, the world is a rift between Galarian and the Abyss, and all the evil that feeds the Abyss does the opposite to our world. It feeds on Galarian. So it is that even when we cannot see demons near us, our ultimate fear of the Abyss is always surrounding us. Many soldiers fighting in the world room experience similar things. They suffer terrible nightmares, get no peace, and sometimes even lose their minds. But we are trained to help you with this affliction. By the will of Abadar, I have consecrated an altar here. The God's grace permeates the space around it, soothing one's soul and quieting thoughts during rest. So if you find your nerves are fraying, seek out a holy place like this, approach it, and all the corruption will be cleansed from you. You tell me again about that business corruption? As you know the world. Okay, it's just repeating exactly what. Okay, I have to go. Let's talk to Aniba again real quick. Nothing new. Okay. See if Lan has anything to say about. Okay, he doesn't have anything to say about those guys that we came across. Okay. Still gotta go there. Still scout out the tower. Find him. Okay. 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 Okay, I have to go. See if we do another quick rest, just so everybody's healed up. Head on out. We don't have anything to do either one of those things with. Fine. Never seen major fires before Canaveras. I never thought fires can reach that high. You should have seen old Canaveras a few years back. The locals were setting a few fires of their own. No demons necessary. People used to dump hot coals straight into the dry hay. Till the fire brigade got a whole lot firing with their kosher's, that is. Okay, what was that about? That took 20 hours? God, our rest take forever. Look who it is. You wouldn't have thought that I'd end up in the Crusader armor. Go figure. Did Airbeth accept you? With open arms, she knows exactly who I am and where I'm from. But she's come down with the convenient case of amnesia when I'm concerned. And who can blame her? The city's in a bad way. You don't turn down help in a situation like this, no matter what quarter it comes from. How can you help us when we attack the great garrison? I'll tell you straight, we're not getting involved in any fight. Warriors, we ain't. But we can scout, sneak right under the demons' noses, look for traps and hidden doors. In other words, we can smooth the path for your whole operation. And then all you have to do is go in there and bump off the demons. Nothing to it. Demons, why aren't you with the commission and the rest of them? Look here, somebody seems very well informed. You even know the name of our leader. When things started heating up, Sister Commission betrayed us all. Now it's every thief for himself. We're all scrambling to claim our share and get the hell out of here. We're supposed to meet in a prearranged location. The ones who survived, that is. We went to the Great Garrison to get our stash, and look how that turned out. One of the gang got trapped in the rubble. So here's your answer. It's now every man for himself, and that means that we're all free to do what we want. Okay, I'm going now. Gee, good luck out there. I'll get trapped under the rubble. Okay. Yeah, we stay with what we got. Okay. We go back to the market square to go to that church, and then after that we'll go to the Tower Estrade. But that will probably all be tomorrow's stream. We'll try to end this stream with the fight in the church. Or we'll at least go in there and see if it's going to be if it's just the room in the church to fight, or if it's like deeper than that, then we'll just save it for the next stream, because we are approaching the 3-hour mark, so it is about time to get ready to close off this stream. So let's try to make our way up here. Okay, yeah. I didn't think they were just gonna make it over. Which way? All the way down here? No, that way was over there. Dang it. We went away from the thing to take us up.
This is my kind of work.
Okay.
We do it my way.
We gotta get over here. What's up there? Stranger. See who the stranger is. Instead of an answer, it's an answer too. Okay. What's that supposed to mean? I mean, I remember when we came across old girl asking all the questions, he said that. Okay, he just disappeared on us. Okay.
Follow if you dare.
Can't hide from me.
Okay, got some more loot. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let's do a quick save. See about jumping on in. What? It's okay. This is a lot more reading. I think I'm gonna read this off screen. But you can pause and read if you like. My voice is kind of getting, my throat's getting a little bit scratchy, and it's about time to get ready to end this stream, so. I thought this was gonna be a big old bad place. Not to death and goddess of love. How weird. There's Raymond. Huh. Golden curled Ansamara greets you with a graceful bow. So you found me. I have nowhere else to run. I am at your mercy. Kill me if you wish, but I ask you, hear me out first. Did you really know about the demon attack before it happened? I did. We have a secret ally in the enemy's ranks. No one knows who this brave soul is, but she has been feeding us information about the demon's plan. These dispatches have come to us by the most reliable channel bestowed upon us by the great dreamer herself. They have come to us in dream. Prelate Herlohan brushed them off as meaningless reveries, and while I admit that it isn't always easy to distinguish our allies' message from ordinary dreams, but even ordinary dreams are gifts from Desna, and are always worthy of attention. The prelate, and all the Crusader leaders for that matter, should have put less store in reason and more in intuition, inspiration, and spontaneity. What's more, not long before the attack on the city, a blind elf who calls himself the Storyteller arrived in Canabras. This wanderer wasn't merely a collector of legends, but a scholar of the unknown. According to him, the wardstone in our city, the first and most important in the chain of wardstones, weakened since long ago, was teetering on the brink of corruption. It seems that the Red Morning Massacre and other demon attacks, even the ones we fended off, did not leave us unscathed. Unfortunately, the prelate did not wish to listen to the storyteller either. We're lucky he wasn't burnt at the stake as a heretic. We had such vital information on our hands, information that could have saved the city, but no one cared to listen all the way to the catastrophic end. Yeah, we'll ask this one. Not all dreams have been benign origins. Half benign origins. What if these dreams were sent by demons? In a different time and place, someone perhaps could have become the victim of false dreams sent by monsters. But here, in the war with the Abyss, the goddess is keeping a close eye on her most faithful followers. I have no doubt that if a demon tried to intrude upon the dreams of any of us, Desna's punishment would have been swift. Believing in divine providence is terribly unscientific. You should follow my example. I prefer a scientific experiment over blind faith and benevolent destiny, or better yet, several experiments. Friend, your experiments, how to put this, they don't look very scientific. How do you find out if fire is hot? Stick your hand in? Of course. No, that's science. Everybody has something to say about this? Next time you're getting ready to do one of these experiments, let me know. I'll round up some punters. We'll make a killing. I'll split the proceeds with you, fair and square. Or I'll use your cut to pay for your healer. Whatever you need. Dilettantes. I don't know what that is. Tell me about the strange rituals that were going to be performed on the wardstone. When my attempts to open Herlohan's eyes ended in failure, a few of my young adepts resolved to take matters into their own hands. They did not consult me before doing so, but I have never demanded iron discipline from my priests. Army commanders may have subordinates, but I have pupils and fellow worshippers. I can only inspire them. I cannot command them, and it seems they were inspired all on their own. In other words, you get to preach whatever you want, and you don't have to take any responsibility for your flock. You really got it made. For pity's sake, how can I be held responsible for the actions of others? These are not children we are discussing here. They are grown adults endowed with their own free will. Praise the goddess. Of course, we will help one another, but in the final reckoning, each of us decides how we will act, and each must answer for those choices. They had no ill intent. They only wished to access the wardstone in secret and try to cleanse it. But to Horan, this became perform a suspect ritual after hearing even more suspect voices in their dreams. The children wanted to save the city, but the Inquisitors detained them and almost killed them. I had to intervene. I used my authority and my power as a cleric to give them a chance to flee. If they hadn't got away, they were destined for a cell in the prelate's dungeon and quite literally death. Why you and Herlin feuding? Oh, I'm not feuding with him. I sincerely wish only the best for the man. In the outer world, he'd be far away from the front lines enjoying a peaceful retirement. But even if that isn't possible, I have always tried to help him fulfill the mission he has taken upon himself, and to which he has proved fatally ill-suited, protecting Canabras against the demons. Unfortunately, he is convinced that the followers of Desna are heretics and saboteurs. He refused to listen to me, and it was only the night orders that deterred him from including us in his witch hunt. Now, there is clearly no one left to stand in his way. He is finally free to get rid of us once and for all. Is there any chance you can resolve your conflict? I don't know. Holand's faith is truly formidable. Not only his faith in Iomade, but in his own infallibility. In other words, he's as hard-headed as a rock troll. But even so, Desna teaches us never to lose hope. Talk to him. Try to explain that we are fighting on the same side. If he attacks you, disarm him. Bind his heads. But I beg you, if at all possible, please do not kill him. Why haven't you left this place for somewhere safer? Because people might need help, and they will come to the temple in search of a priest. I will not hide away in a hole, saving my own neck, while Canabras is full of people suffering in the wake of demons' attack. Okay, I have to go. Wait, 3 of my adepts are hiding somewhere in the ruins of the city. The ones the Inquisitors wrongly accused of treason. I beg you, find them and protect them against the demons and vigilantes like Holrun. They will not rest until they find them. If there's anything else you can do to save Canabras, please do it. Look, stranger, wait. You spared Ramian despite what the Mad Inquisitor told you. The young voice comes from now. Oh, hang on, I forgot to move the spell. I hope Horan's dogs aren't lurking nearby. Pale youth materializes before you. His face looks haggard from lack of sleep, but he's clearly pleased to be speaking to someone. So you're one of Desna's adepts that tried to break into the Wardstone? Yes, I'm Elks, cleric of Desna, and one of the people who answered the call of the voice in dreams. Some unknown persons made contact with us through our dreams, telling us about the demons' plans. We learned that the demons were planning to attack Canabras and do something terrible to our Wardstone, which already carries the taint of corruption. Prelate Holrun refused to heed our warnings. We had to make a choice. We could either throw up our hands and pull back or take action, even though it could cost us our lives. But what heartless persons could stand by in the face of such a deadly threat? What were you planning to do to the Wardstone? The young man had to. Our plan was to get to it and then follow our instincts. There were 3 of us, a cleric, a mage, and a bard. Between us, we know a lot. We're capable of a great deal. If we'd had enough time, I'm sure we could have figured out what's wrong with the Wardstone and how to heal it. But they didn't give us time. You know how I feel, boy. Devising an experiment and then being unable to conduct it is the greatest of tragedies. I can also tell you that writing daily petitions to the Inquisition of Iomade requesting even a small piece of the Wardstone for study has no chance of succeeding. Yes, the local commanders got roped into dealing with this. Some idiot kids trying to break into the Wardstone, apparently some of ours. But who even knows these days, Sailor Size? I know there's no evil in you. I can sense things like that. But what you did was so stupid and impulsive, someone could have got hurt. I know from experience. So you lot decided that you needed to do something right away. So you did something right away. Great work. And gives a sarcastic round of applause. Like the city authorities would have done a better job. They were going to do a thing even though it sounded like they knew about the danger. They wasn't going to do it. Yeah. All they know was that some crazies had some weird dreams. But anyway, it's a little late to be trying to pin blame on people. How did you even come up with such a plan? How could we not come up with that plan? You says the young man's temperance. Listen, Desna is the goddess of luck, but luck as many lay people around would understand it. But luck as many lay people understand it, and luck as we, the followers of the music of the spheres, see it, are far from the same thing. Other people believe that luck is something good that falls into your lap just because, like a generous but unearned reward. We see luck as a fundamental law of creation, according to which even in the darkest hour of the most hopeless situation, the chance of rescue and change for the better can rise. But you've got to seize the chance when it presents itself, or better yet, create your own. Followers of Desna are not people who like idleness in action. That's why when Cadaverous was in trouble, we did as our goddess had taught us. We took the matter into our own hands and tried in a moment of desperation to pluck our chance from the hands of fate itself. Okay, let's. So what you went up? So what you went up against Horon, but he's the official governor of the city. What of it? Says the cleric with a remarkable compliance. Submitting to unworthy leaders is one of the great ills of our civilization. We will never defeat the demons if we keep listening to people like Horon. True. Whose voice have you been hearing in your dreams? Nobody knows what it is, but everyone who has heard it heard her. I should say is convinced that she is a good and pure soul chosen by Desna. We had the choice. We could trust her, accept that we have an ally somewhere who isn't afraid of all the armies of the abyss, or we could drown in suspicion and get one step closer to becoming just like Horan. We decided to trust the voice, and seeing Cadaverous devastated, which is what our unknown ally tried to prevent until the very end, I can see now who had the truth on their side. Where are your fellow worshippers, and how many of them are there? Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know where they are. We split up to confuse the inquisitors who were chasing us. Do you need help? Desna teaches us to trust in last-ditch chances. Listen, my friends are called Aranik and Thal. Thal, the wallflower. Aranik is an amazing singer and a truly beautiful girl. She has plenty of friends and fans. She probably blended into the crowd somewhere. Wallflower is a mage, but I don't think he'll risk using magic. It will only bring the Inquisitors down on him. He'll be harder to find. You'll better find Aranik first. She might know where Wallflower is. Please find them and protect them against the demons and the Inquisitors. I will await news in the Goddess Temple. I hope our mysterious helper will send us a new message that will reveal what is to come from the demons. Okay, I have to go. Go, may Desna be with you, stranger. Okay, this is just getting a little bit longer and longer, but let's see if we can talk some sense into Horon. It might be a little bit too early, and our abilities might not be good enough yet. Yeah, down here I think is where it was at, right? Wait, so yeah, we still gotta go. Wait, is he? Oh, that's okay. That's the other house. Yeah, we still gotta go down. Dang it. weird little formation, auto formation set up, but I guess I do have the lowest armor class. Okay, well, what brings you to me? I talked to Raymond. He's not your enemy. He only wants what's good for cadavers. Which gives you a black look. I would consider those words an admission of treason from anyone else, but I don't wish to draw my weapon against he who has been given heaven's gift, and I won't, as long as you don't do anything worse than conniving with that rabble-rouser Ramian. I won't ask you again to kill the rabble-rouser, but as soon as we liberate the city from the demons, my faithful will hunt him down. Let's go nothing Davis about. I won't hear another word. Demons are hiding underground. They are just waiting for the perfect moment to crawl up to the surface. Wait. You're trying to lure me away from here, aren't you? With narrowed eyes, hollow skin. Perhaps you're a cultist too. Want to help your friends underground, do you? Well, you won't fool me. I won't take a single step away from here. And if you keep talking such nonsense, I'll have you strung up for treason. Don't argue with him, whispers Warrior. We're better off having him stay here and guard this stupid hole than well, you know, I'm being somewhere, him being somewhere else and doing something that he usually does. I don't know. If we try to send him there, we have the other tieflings there. You know, why are you set for fighting enemies everywhere you look? Why? Okay, the same thing we read earlier. Yeah, let's go. Prelate, your forces are needed elsewhere. Erebus, Terabate, Warden of the City, gathering troops in the Defender's Heart Tavern. Strike against the demon. Terabate, that upstart Warden of the City. I suppose I've already been written off for dead. This isn't sedation. This is outright insurrection. I am loath to abandon my watch, but I can't turn a blind eye to such a blatant instrument power. Oh my goodness. Okay. Maybe that was good. Okay. Now let's go back and talk to Raymond again. And then we'll end this stream. Because it looks like we'll be pretty much done with this area for a little while, and that'll be a good place to close this stream out on. Finishing up the market square. I managed to calm Holland down a little, but he still held out to drive me out of the city once the demon attack has been repelled. I suppose I should be pleased, but the idiocracy and injustice of it all, it makes my blood boil. I will leave cadavers, but not before we fight off the demons. No matter what happens, I thank you. Yeah, Ibet Turbulate of the Eagle Watchers gather survivors in the Defender's Heart Tavern. You would be very useful there. Feel my presence there would be ill-advised, even though you managed to reason with our mutual friend. The sight of me might reignite his inquisitive zeal. I'll make myself useful elsewhere. Alas, this city has a great many souls in need of a cleric's aid. Okay, I have to go. As do I thank you for listening to me and defending me. Now it's my turn to go out into the ruins in search of people who need help, and I shall give it. Okay. Alright. With that, I think it's a good place to end this stream. It is, yes, almost 3.5 hours. Yeah. It's really good. I'm enjoying the game. It's a lot more talking on my part, which is kind of, I'm feeling a little rough on my throat, but yeah. So today we finished off the market square. I think we'll continue working on the outsides of the city and before I continue to move in. So we still got to scout out that tower and whatnot down to the south. So that's probably be the beginning of the next stream. Until then, please ensure that you spend the time to enjoy your day, enjoy your night, and enjoy life, because it's too short not to. Peace out.